He goes, that was in Kansas City.
What did I say? Did it say?
Oh, you had a bunch of good ones.
Basement Benchwarmers podcast. Super Bowl after party. The Chiefs have just won their back-to-back Super Bowl. They're Mahomes third in his 6 years as a starter, and we are in the vision. We called him the kid last week. Still a kid. So, go. So let's start off how we start every week before we talk about Super Bowl. How was your guys' week and our early edition after party? Ed.
Oh man, I just got a report here. You know, we just got done watching the Super Bowl, and it just popped up. Did you see? Well, did you guys see that? You know, Biden was busted for stealing all those classified documents, then storing them in his garage, you know, unprotected while he was vice president, and the judge ruled he was incompetent and can't stand trial. You know, that's not a joke. But what I just saw popped up is Trump walked into one of his 60 court cases today, and on the way in, he sniffed a girl's hair, fell up the stairs, spoke a bunch of gibberish, said he wasn't going to take any questions, and walked out of there. Called the Judge Barack, and so I'm figuring he's going to get off too. Then it worked for one of them. So it was kind of a weird day.
Tim, how was your week?
Really? I gotta follow him. Willie can't follow him.
No, you.
Bullshit.
Eric lucked out tonight.
Yeah, lucked out.
Yeah, yeah, he did. Week was good. Pete said,
well, let us in, Tim.
Pete at Wells Brothers saw Matt Moore, and he said that he never leaves his work to go out to lunch. So that was fun.
He was at Wells when you went there?
Yeah.
I was right down the road, like by 2 miles away when I texted
Yeah,
you.
would you think I was like?
I thought you were joking. Like,
I was sending fake pictures of pizza and beer.
no, I thought you were joking. Like, oh yeah, come by. I was like,
I would have stayed for you.
oh, yeah, I should have.
Right. And then shot a mixed dart ball tournament. Did my one of what the fuck? One of my
So it's baseball season now, right? Wrigley Field Grounds crew reporting for duty.
my good is right here.
Yeah. Theo Epstein, people.
Yeah, right.
Go ahead, Tim. Finish since Hubby just walked
in
in.
his Cubs pajamas. Is that Johnny Woo or whatever? Ronnie Woo.
Woo! Shot mixed doubles dart ball tournament Saturday, which was a blast. One of my 2 or 3 yearly adventures to back into the dart ball world. So, shot out to BFW. Had a great breakfast with Willie and Shauna at the
Daily Dose.
The Daily Dose. Had a chorizo burrito that was panini style. It was excellent. So, that's dead end here for the Super Bowl. So,
What you just said a chorizo burrito panini style? Wouldn't it be a chorizo panini then?
I guess so.
The Daily Dose, man. They're up.
Well,
they're
roast
very
beef-
progressive.
Their roast
there.
beef sandwich is incredible.
Is it?
The beef.
Yeah, it's one of the best sandwiches I've ever had.
Nice. Not to remember that.
Pretty solid.
Yeah,
For
that
being
place is legit.
For being a small
Yeah.
place, it was pretty legit.
right.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was my week. Willie?
What did I do? I shot dart ball.
Dart ball?
Dart ball. Yes. I shot dart ball.
Would you play in Boston?
Yeah, for sure. After I watched the Dunkin' Donuts commercial.
That was a great
Wicked
commercial.
piss.
Yeah, a little dart ball on Thursday night. And then, that's what my week was.
Hey, quick question, Willie. Did you shoot any home runs Saturday?
No home runs. No home runs.
You guys put up like 8 runs in the game when I was there.
Yeah, it was a
Or
good
9.
game. Good game.
9.
Yeah.
I don't think my partner and I scored 8 runs for the whole 3 games that we played
Oh.
together.
Yeah, they had a weak pitcher. He was just coming off of a long, short. Sorry, Jimmy.
Timmy having a problem there?
Yeah. So excited I can't fucking function.
He can't open a bottle or
Right.
a bag of
I would say
cashews.
that I'm so excited because I won money for the Super Bowl, but I didn't.
I want a few shekels.
Yeah. Now we're gonna watch Ed open a bag. New segment on the Basement Wrench Warmers.
How many Polacks does it take to open a bag of cashews?
Well, we've been through 2 already.
Oh boy.
Oh my gosh.
So, let the guy dressed like the Cubs threw up on him.
Yeah.
These are gonna be
How
all.
was yours?
I had a good week. It was fine.
Busy.
Nothing.
Busy week.
Yeah, nothing too crazy.
Yeah, you saw a comedian, didn't you?
Oh, yes, I did see Matt Rife this week.
Oh, really?
He was funny.
Any MILF jokes?
Yes, a good amount, decent amount. Best joke he told all night. I'll try to do it the best I can. We actually got to sit in the seats that were like the Lincoln seats. So on the balcony right there, the
Okay.
balcony on the
Yeah.
side, we sat there.
Right.
Pretty nice seats at Riverside, pretty cool. And the joke he made, I made a comment. We're in the Lincoln seats, and then he came out and goes, "Oh, they got Lincoln seats here. That's crazy." You think back to those days, and you think that like he got home, day of being president, trying to relax. His wife goes, "We're going to the theater tonight," and he ends up going to the theater, and he's sitting halfway through, goes, "Man, this is terrible. I wish I want to blow my brains out." That was one of the jokes he started the show with, and right then and there, I knew I was a fan.
Yeah.
So
I
I
think
like.
there's a Family Guy joke about that. So
Oh,
it's
yeah.
pretty similar.
Yeah, I like Rife. He's pretty.
So he was better. I heard mixed reviews from people say, he's okay, he's not great. The last like half hour, he's trying to get the crowd involved. He's trying a new thing or whatever. And yeah, it was. Let me see that back before it gets ruined.
That's what's left of
Oh,
it.
it's ruined.
Don't cut it, Jace.
That's what's left of it.
No, he's gonna cut the top part of it.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it was a good show. I enjoyed it. It was fun. We had a good time. So yeah, so that was my week. So let's start out real quick tonight with before we get to the Super Bowl. Let's talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly from this past week. I will keep Super Bowl stuff out of it, maybe.
Oh, okay.
I got one Super Bowl thing, but not too much.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. You
No.
You pick what you can start.
Oh, I get to start this
yeah.
week.
Pick what you want to start with.
We should probably go with the good today, huh?
All right.
It's
We
Sunday.
never start with the good.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. I saw my new favorite show, Finding Your Roots on CBS.
Oh,
Have
my
you seen
God.
this one? Remember a couple weeks ago I was talking about that filthy racist LeVar Burton when he found out that his ancestors fought for the Confederacy
Yeah.
after
Wasn't Farrell one of the people on that show? You know
Who
who
was it?
Farrell is? He's Pharrell.
Oh, Pharrell, yeah. He could have been, yeah, but I mean LeVar Burton's out there and then they're
Right.
like, your family was Confederate soldiers. I did a whole thing, and they really wanted to keep slavery. So, well, this week it gets even better because reparations advocate and race hustler Sunny Hostin of The View. She's always, wants reparations. Have you guys seen this yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, she found out her ancestors were actually European slave owners.
Nice.
She had nothing to do with being oppressed, So it's kind of like a Black Mirror episode. It's like she's like, huh? What? They did, and then she just goes. Her response is the best. It's just like, well, I guess a lot of that was going around at the time, and people just did that back then.
Yeah.
After the last 20 years, she's been bad mouthing everybody.
Right?
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
You know whose ancestors didn't own slaves?
Hmm.
Mine. Yours. I don't know about Timmy's, but if
Yeah,
you're Polish, probably not.
Probably not. We probably were the slaves.
Yeah, exactly, in
Right.
Poland. But yeah, that's funny. But Sunny Hostins were in Spain.
Do you think that they picked those people and just hope oh my god, it'd be
Oh my
great.
God, this is gonna be great. This is gonna be great.
Yeah.
When that test comes up,
They're like,
Can you
turbo.
it is too. Because
What? Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Why does blue mean slave owner?
Just-
Slave owner.
oh shit!
Just a color I picked. I don't know.
Just wondering. Here, just favorite color?
Yeah.
Mine too.
I think in the weeks ahead, it's gonna be like people are gonna be in there. It's gonna be like, oh, we got the Reverend L. Sharpton. Please don't be a slave owner,
Oh my
please.
god.
Crossing
That'd
his
be
fingers.
great.
It's this show every week though. It's getting great.
Yeah.
So
What channel is this on?
CBS.
CBS.
I didn't know regular over the air channels had regular shows still. I thought it was all news or game shows and
Yeah.
Or like reality.
reality bullshit. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Like How to Catch a Farmer.
Right.
That's a show.
Or shows about ghosts.
Yeah, go.
How's the farmer one? That's the
Farmer needs a date. What is that called?
Yeah.
Farmer needs a wife.
There we go. I like How to Catch a Farmer.
what did he run over the last one with the combine or something?
You know the best
He
place?
set a trap with some corn husk in it there, whatever they put in their teeth, whatever you call
No,
it.
they're fucking. They're setting out traps the 45-ounce Stanley Cup.
No, it's actually a trap. It's actually a trap with a 40 and a tin.
Yeah, Copenhagen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, actually, the best way to get rid of a body in a manure pit in a farm field. Decomposes and the smell will never.
Whoa!
Jesus.
That's for informational purposes only.
So you got a good Jace?
That's Monday
Yeah.
night stuff.
Wednesday, Valentine's Day. Screw that. Pitchers and catchers report to Solon Park in Mesa, Arizona.
Yep.
Ah, nice. That'd be Sloan Park.
I don't care.
Solon.
They haven't signed anybody. They're probably going to lose the naming rights to that stadium soon.
Oh, he had a letter to it.
It's his accent.
Yeah, it's exactly. It's Chicagoan. Tim, you're good.
My good, bad, and ugly are all about the NBA trade deadline. So,
Okay, go ahead with good.
my good are the New York.
I
Knicks.
like themed.
Yeah.
I like themed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the New York Knicks, going with. I wish I could read my own writing.
Ewing. Just say Patrick Ewing.
No, just the New York Tricks. Tricks. Jesus fucking Christ.
That whiskey went right to you.
Yeah, it did pretty much. I'm
Make-
fucking hot too. I'm sweating over
We
here.
put the fan on.
I am. The Knicks winning the trade deadline, not giving up first round picks, so they're going to have 8 first rounders. So when the next superstar decides to go out, and hopefully it won't be fucking LeBron. So I thought it was just a master class of getting the 3 players. Now they're 10 deep. I think they're going to be the best team in the East until they're all healthy and gelling together. I still think that Boston right now is still the best team, but once the Knicks get their full roster together, they're going to be 10 deep, and they're going to be the favorites of the East.
Nice.
Good call.
Good for
Well,
them.
Willie, you're good.
Mine does have a little Super Bowl flair to it, but
Okay.
Tom Brady being in 2 commercials
Like them.
today.
Dunkin' Donuts is my favorite.
Yeah, Dunkin' Donuts and the MGM.
Yeah, that was a good one too. Yeah.
And apparently, these commercials were 30 seconds was $7 million.
Worth it.
That's a lot for a couch potato.
Yeah. And how long was that?
Twice.
Kennedy.
Yeah, we set $7 million down the drain because he ain't winning. I don't think he's winning. If he does,
I didn't even know he was running, so that's news to me.
Yeah.
He might not be. They're
No.
trying to force him off the ballot just like they did Trump.
now you do. You know why? Because $7 million just told you.
Right.
Will I vote for him? Nope.
I think how many people saw these commercials?
Yeah.
100 million people at least.
Me?
Yes.
So my good is Julius Peppers, Stephen Michael, and Devin Hester all being elected to Hall of Fame, all ex-Bears. McMichael and Hester, the most prominent. Peppers played there for a few years. And that's my good, along with Andre Johnson, along with Randy Brashear, along with, who's the other guy I got nominated? I forgot there's one more. Guy's name, I apologize.
There was an older guy.
Yeah, but Brashear was a Bronco linebacker.
Right.
And I can't remember the other guy. But
Andre Johnson.
yeah, there was 5 or 6. So it's nice to see Devin Hester get in. It's a tough position to do, and
About time.
it's the guy that changed the position. Obviously, he made people kick out of bounds and stuff, do different things. And I mean, there was one point that people were saying the Bears should trade him to a team like the Patriots, because they could use them better than the Bears were using that time. Although he was in the Super Bowl
Willis?
team, so oh yeah, Patrick Willis, another
Mhm.
guy. Yep, that was a good one too.
That was.
Yeah, Patrick Willis. Yeah, it was kind of quiet. Nobody even talked about him. And I was watching Night on Elfon.
Well,
I was like, wow, that's crazy.
He got hurt, right?
Yeah, he broke his leg in that one
He
game,
only
right?
played
Right?
like 8 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
7 seasons for the Niners, and then he got broke his leg, and then he beat somebody.
Oh,
And then he kind of got pushed out, but then he came back, and then he
Oh.
just retired.
so okay. So congratulations to those guys, a Hall of Fame. Nice to see
What is
some
the
Bears get in.
like the lowest limit of years played to get in the NFL? I mean, what would you guys say? Like
What's Jim
5
Brown?
or
What's
6?
Jim Brown?
I think he was 8 or 7.
Well,
too.
if Patrick Willis is only 7, 7's got to be a pretty
What
low
was
number.
what was Barry Sanders, like 8 or 9?
Oh, no, he was 10 or 11.
Was he?
I
What
think,
was
right, Willie?
I think so, yeah.
What was the other Bears running back? Gale Sayers.
Gale Sayers, yeah, 'cause he blew his knee out, yeah.
And the Broncos running back.
Davis,
Yeah.
he might be 6, 7.
6 years.
Yeah,
How long
he's
did Walter Payton play for?
he
Did he
was.
play for a while?
Yeah,
Okay.
he was drafted in
16 or
77
something.
and 86,
Look up Terrell
I think
Davis.
he was, or 88 even.
No.
Might have been
Terrell Davis
12,
Broncos. I think Terrell Davis is the
below 6 years,
Yeah,
maybe you'd
6
say.
years.
Yeah. But congratulations.
was-
Yeah.
he was by far the best back in football those 6
He was
years.
incredible. He's
Yeah.
why they were in Super Bowls,
Right.
partly because of him. John Elway was a good part too.
Right.
Yeah. So you think it's about 5 or 6 years? It would be
Yeah, baseball.
because
like,
baseball. We
football's
had
so
Sandy
different.
Koufax.
Baseball's just.
He's
Yeah,
about
but
the only.
Koufax is like a really weird case.
He's
Like,
about the only one.
he was terrible because he played for 13 years, but he played for 6 years and was average, and then like the last 6 or 7 seasons of his career, he was way above average.
Oh yeah, he
Like-
threw like 5 no hitters or something,
Right.
4 no hitter, whatever it was.
Terrell Davis played 6 seasons with 7,600 yards, 60 touchdowns, 414 first downs.
Yeah, but to be honest, to hear those numbers, that's kind of
Different,
yeah. It's not one that I would back at this
Right.
point
but I
because he
mean,
got him fairly quick too. I could see him getting in like now.
right?
Did he get 2 rings?
Yes, he won both. He won on the
But he
back-to-back
was
teams.
he was a top 3 back every year that he was there.
You are correct.
Right.
Because he was a number 1 fantasy pick
Right.
4 years. 4 years in a row. And the 4th year was when he tore his knee up.
Did he win like MVP or anything like that? Insane.
I don't know because I think the last MVP running back they said it was something weird. It's been a quarter. Oh no, running back. Yeah, he might have because he ran for 2,000.
He might be the last one.
Because Jamal Lewis ran for it after or before him. Before him
Oh,
or
it was
after.
after.
Yeah. So Jamal Lewis could have won it too.
Super Bowl MVP?
How about league MVP though? No.
Nothing else.
Mm.
Okay.
Favre might have been the 1 year.
Far Sanders.
Him and Sanders might have split
Yeah.
the 1 year for sure. Possibly.
Oh, yep. NFL Most Valuable Player in 1998.
Terrell Davis.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
2-time NFL Offensive Player of the Year in 96-98.
Yeah.
3 Pro Bowls. 2-time rushing touchdown leader.
Yeah.
Rushing yard leader in
Yeah.
98.
In a few short years, he had a great career.
Yeah. And the injury was killed him. It's
So-
not like he got worse. It's his injury killed him.
So, like you said, Koufax played 12 years. Started when he was 18. Retired at 30 in the Hall of Fame by 36.
Yeah, but he played 12 years though. That's a career.
12 years,
That's
yeah.
a career.
He had elbow injuries and kept pitching. 3 Cy Youngs and MVP in that time.
Yeah, and that was all later in his career, right?
Yeah.
Those guys are all in too.
Yeah.
So a guy with Mac, read them off, Willie.
So Max Speedy, I don't know who he is.
He was fast. I think.
He played 3 seasons. He's in the Hall of Fame. Arnie Weinmeister, 4 seasons. Bill Willis, 4. Marion Motley, a lot of people heard of him.
Yep.
5. Ernie Nevers, 5. Otto Graham, 6. Doak Walker, 6.
Wow.
Ace Parker, 6.
Yeah, but it sounds like all those guys played in like the 1890s.
Tony Baselli, 7.
Baselli only 7 and being a lineman. He was
Davis,
dominant.
7. Gale Sayers, 7.
Yeah.
Jimbo Colbert, 8.
Wow.
Yeah, but Colbert was
He was dominant too.
Dwight Stevenson 8.
Dwight Stevenson was a great center too. Great center. Right
It's hard.
center, yeah.
I think it's hard with offensive linemen to
Yeah.
distinguish.
Not really.
Earl Campbell.
You don't think so?
Well, now especially they have so many metrics they can tell you. They can tell you what every lineman's beat rate and all that, or not
Right.
beat rate, but back then it was just by the eye. But Stevenson was, and I think a lot of that comes from probably teams selling you on him, like saying, "I mean, this guy did this. This is what."
Mhm.
And during when Stevenson was there and Colvert and Baselli actually made an AFC Championship game.
Right.
So all those guys were involved in some kind
And
of
he-
championship or in a Super Bowl at some point in
And
their
he was
careers.
media accessible
Yep.
as well.
Yes,
Right.
that's a huge
Right.
thing. These guys that
That's another reason why I think Davis too got in quickly
Friendly.
because he was a media darling.
like Marshawn Lynch has that career and plays 7 years and has those same numbers. It's harder for him to get in,
Right.
Because he wasn't so media friendly, which is unfair.
Oh, it happened to Ted Williams in baseball,
Yeah,
even.
Huh? Well,
Because
Kurt
he-
Schilling and all
He
those
used
guys.
to, take pot shots at him with a shotgun, and
No.
stuff.
I would have said me too, though.
Yeah, he was an asshole to the press because
Oh, he
someone would
hated
write
him.
something bad about him. He would talk to him all season.
Yeah.
Mr. Yastrzemski, pass right over him.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Max Beatty played 50, 51, and 52.
Wow.
And he was inducted in 2020 by the Veterans.
Oh, so he
that's
was a guy.
weird.
Okay, you're bad, Ed.
That was all the way around? we
Yeah,
were
my
doing?
good was the Hall of Fame. Yeah.
My bad is it's tonight. Travis Kelce grabbing Andy Reid.
Hmm.
That's elder abuse. I'm just saying Andy Reid's a legend.
Well, it worked.
What was that, 4 Super Bowls now? Or it's 3?
Yeah, 3. And he's participated in 5 total, right?
Yeah, and how many coaches do win Super Bowls with 2 different teams? How many coaches?
A few. Dick Vermeil.
Vermeil lost the Eagle the first time.
Yeah,
he
but,
lost to the
but so
Raiders.
did
Win.
but so
Win.
Oh no, he never won.
Reid
one with
didn't
Philly.
win. Yeah.
That's right.
Who?
My apologies.
Reid
Never mind.
lost.
No, yeah.
That's right.
So I don't think there's many coaches that won with 2 teams.
I don't think there's any.
No.
There's got to be.
No, Parcells didn't do it.
No.
Belichick didn't do it, obviously. Landry didn't leave. Shula never left. Holmgren got there, just like a few guys that didn't win 2.
Right. Holmgren should have won 2. He should have won back to back.
With that Seattle, well, with their team, with the Seattle team too, that they won against Pittsburgh. That's such a boring game. They just didn't play. Well, they had that. We talked about it a few weeks ago. That terrible pass interference call against them. Yeah, I don't think any coach ever won 2.
No.
That's kind of a
I'll look it up right now while you guys.
So is Andy Reid done? Is he done?
Hop
Walk
just
out
wrote.
top.
Hop just wrote. Unless he's joking, Dunkin' Donuts is selling those outfits for $60 starting tomorrow.
Really?
I'm buying one.
Just get one for the whole crew.
I'm wearing it. I'm wearing that on the plane to Mexico. That's gonna be my outfit.
Everybody should have to get one and wear them.
That'd be great.
Oh my god.
No,
I'm not gonna tell you, but I'm just gonna show up with that thing on. I'm doing it too.
Andy Reid did say in a press conference, not the end of the road for him.
No, he should come back.
He said he's looking to come back for sure.
He's still in. I mean, health wise, he seems like he's good in health. Obviously, he's a big fellow, but he seems like he doesn't look like he looks the same as he coached when he was with basically when he was the Eagles. Doesn't look very much
A
different.
little more gray.
A little gray, a little less hair. He actually looks a little skinnier. Not being funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like Bruce Arians, but Bruce Arians kind of messed up foot at the end of it, where he was like, kind of, yeah, I got it.
So I don't know. Yeah. So that was your bad.
Bad, yeah.
Okay, you're bad. Anything, Willie? Chase?
I know he picked it, but Kobe statue. I just wish it would have been something different.
I like it.
I like Kobe. But you can't put that many statues of one guy.
Yeah, four statues around the stadium.
It's tough. You can't put that many statues up the stadium. They're putting 4 total up of him.
They
Oh, I
three
didn't know
more.
that. I thought it
Yeah.
was just the one.
They got that's
Three
the
more.
second one already.
No.
That's the second one. They won't.
What's the other one?
They pulling up already. I thought
No, that was
No,
the
that's
first
the
one.
first
they
That's
plan on
the
putting
first
3 more.
one. Yeah, he's getting
They're
3 more
still
around
doing
the
Kobe
stadium.
Day for the next 3 years.
They're doing it. It's a day every year now, but they're going to do another statue.
I don't agree with that. With that lineage, I don't. Magic Johnson should have one.
Yeah, I think he does.
Okay, but that's good.
I
Only
mean,
this.
I should-
Jordan, if he gets, I love Kobe. We all love Kobe. I think we agree he's a great player. But if he has 4, Kobe, Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan should have 75 around the United Center.
Yeah.
There should be one in each bathroom. One in a statue should have his own suite during the
Absolutely.
games, and it should be up there like this, like he's waving to you.
I don't want one in the bathroom because I already get stage fright in there.
Especially
Especially if I had this huge piece of brass or bronze hanging next to me.
Well, Jenny told us we asked. He was tall, and Jenny told us he was huge. So
Yeah. It'd actually be nice. It might be nice to put your arm on when you're a little dizzy, putting your arm on it.
yeah,
I know at the Staples Center, I know they have one of Wayne Gretzky, one of
yeah. But
what's the NBA logo? Jerry
Stop,
West,
stop.
Magic Johnson.
the key
Shaq.
word is one.
Right.
One.
Did any of those people die yet?
Well, it doesn't matter. I mean,
I swear to God, that's probably the reason.
then you should put a 500 of Walter Payton around Soldier Field.
Agreed.
He got his one.
He
Finally.
died. Your facts aren't working for me.
Hey,
So
I'm just.
so anyway, you're done.
How many of these stanchions we found
Censored.
in Anklam?
Don't you got a tarp to go lay or something? Go ahead. You're bad, Tim.
My bad, as in good, is the Lakers not making any moves at the trade deadline, for they felt that they wouldn't improve their team much.
So LeBron felt that way.
The team felt that way,
Okay.
right? And I think it sets up a wonderful storyline till the end of the season with LeBron probably being more passive aggressive and trying to get him fired. And I think, honestly, I think the Lakers did the right thing. If they didn't think they were going to make big wholesale changes with that team, then why trade away their assets? And I think they've learned their lesson losing Caruso and Hart and Beasley, like guys that could have helped them this year that they let go of too early to appease LeBron. And the whole thing about LeBron is that he has a player option for this year, so he could still turn around and be like, "Fuck you guys, I'm not coming back." And the Lakers have mortgaged their future for this guy to see him walk away for nothing. So I like it. Even though it's my bad, it's still like good because I think it sets up interesting things for the rest of the season.
I like it. I agree. So you're basically saying I can't watch this crash and burn.
I cannot wait. I can't. It's like it's good. That's going to be my reality show for the rest of the season. Like every chance.
Yeah. Ooh, chicken nuggets at the table. Willie, you're bad.
My bet's the Iowa women's basketball game lost to Nebraska.
Oh, terrible.
Today, right?
Yeah.
And she came 7 points short, correct?
Yep,
Today also?
she is 7 points short. She's held scoreless in the fourth quarter.
What did they lose by?
Yeah, but she still had like a double, right?
Finals for the
So,
Iowa women's
yeah.
basketball game.
I mean, was it a close game?
82 Nebraska, 79 Iowa.
So was Caitlin Clark shooting too much, trying to get too
Nope.
much done in the fourth
No.
quarter? No. Okay, I'm just asking. Yep.
I watched like pretty much most of the fourth quarter. I didn't realize they lost because I turned it off because I thought it was
You
a
thought
slam,
that was- yeah.
it was a slam dunk.
Yeah.
She was dishing the ball. She was playing well. Like
Did she have a triple double or anything?
I think she had a double because I saw at least three assists from her during that quarter. So, little side note for Iowa women's basketball, they've come out with new shirts
Yeah. Okay.
called "Don't Be a Cheryl."
Yeah.
So I thought for the basement bench warmers, we could do "Don't Be an Ed," "Don't Be an Eric," and don't be a
Sweet.
Tim. Don't be a Tim when you pack out trips.
Just say something underneath.
And don't be a Willie when driving somebody to the bar and taking them home.
Don't
Yeah.
be a Willie. Right.
My favorite one is "Don't be a Tony." Tony, no.
That'd be great. Don't be an Ed with your flannel.
Yeah, put a flannel on it.
And don't be a Scott.
Oh,
You
yeah,
haven't seen that yet?
The "Don't be an Ed" would be in flannel lettering.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
I like it.
You're bad, Willie.
That was it. He had his back.
Oh, my bad is going to be I'm going to put my flannel on. Feeling frisky tonight.
Yes.
I saw. Look at that. I approve already. I don't
Yep.
care what you say. I'm behind you 1,000%. So how we just in this country after last week we sat here and gave props to Tracy Chapman and the Luke Combs duet. We gave Luke Combs obviously. I don't follow him, but I loved what he did with the song with the remake. I love Tracy Chapman. We all sat here and said she was a great artist. Blah blah blah. We all loved her and all this, and then people out there going, look how it can happen. A country guy can get together with a black lesbian. Look, if they can do, why can't we? What I'm sick and tired of these race baiters, and that's all they're doing, is going up there and going, we don't have to be told to like somebody. So basically you're saying all white country, and let's just say country music stars, male country music stars, don't like black lesbians, but when now Luke Combs does, we opens the door for all the rest of the country stars to like them.
Which is a bunch of bullshit.
Well, yeah,
Because
and we sat here and gave more rave reviews to Tracy, and this is why it makes me laugh. We sat here talking about Tracy Chapman. We never thought of her being a black or a lesbian. We thought her was an artist and thought she was incredible.
I didn't even know she was a lesbian. I had no idea.
she's a lesbian.
I didn't know.
But I'm just, kind of get what I'm getting at. It upsets me that we got to sit here.
Broadway.
And then you make Luke Combs out. Was Luke Combs a crazy hater of them
Right.
black lesbians until he did it? And he found out, oh, she's pretty nice, so I like him now.
Right.
It's just, and people, oh, look how they can come. We need to do it together. The problem is the people are writing these tweets and stuff. They're the problem because they think that.
That's the way they think.
Yep.
It's such a gaslighting
Yep.
thing.
Yep.
It's
Absolutely.
I've been saying this for years.
Mhm.
Is when you hear this stuff come out of Hollywood, it's like, well, that's how all those Trumpers think. No, that's how you think that they think.
Right.
Yep.
And it's just an opportunity for you to voice those.
And we all agree here. There's 10% of the country is a bunch of douchebags.
Absolutely.
15%. We know that. We know
Yeah.
there's racists out there. We know there's people that don't like me or you. We have people that don't like the Trace Chapmans of the world, the
Luke Holmes.
yeah, the Luke Combs of the
We
world.
found out there's people that don't like the NFL Super Bowl.
Yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah, gay men, people don't like whatever. There's racism, everything.
Right.
And the problem is that it's basically 90% or 85 just don't care.
Right.
We like you for who you are. If you're an asshole, you're an asshole. If you're not, you're not. Plain and simple.
That's why Willie Nelson's awesome, because he's made a career of doing other people's songs.
Yeah.
You
Yep.
know, and that's the rich history of country music, is that since the beginning of country music, rewrites, remakes have been a staple of their existence.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
And how many people have redone country music and turned it into rock music, or taken the blues and turned it into heavy metal, or it's been going on for years.
Right.
I mean,
And
you get to see all that. It blends everything together,
Right.
kind of, which is great.
I Will Love You by Whitney Houston.
Yeah.
Dolly Parton wrote
Yes,
that.
yes.
Oh,
Right.
I will always love you.
Yeah. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
yeah. Well, you look at Elvis Presley with his life and how he
He
started out in the backwoods and gospel and all that,
Well,
and then was pretty much hanging out in the backwoods in Memphis and clubs that were predominantly black clubs back then. That's where he learned how to do, and that's why he was different. And
but he
people
didn't
were
think there was anything wrong. But
No.
I mean, there's probably other people.
Well, there's
that
probably
did.
people that hated him for it
Yeah.
because, oh, you're a white guy, you can't be doing that.
Yeah.
Right.
You can't come on our show. You can't dance like that.
He was accused of stealing like blues music and stuff, which it's hard to
It would have never been heard otherwise. It was.
exactly.
It's a different time
Right.
too.
Well, pretty much all of Motown is based off that. A lot of it is based off the musicians from
They
blues
were
coming
taking-
over.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Music started there, basically.
Even Led Zeppelin started off doing a lot of old blues songs.
they ripped off a lot of old folk
Traveling
songs.
Riverside
Yeah,
Blues is
exactly.
awesome.
Yeah.
But I would have never have known about Robert Johnson and Traveling Riverside Blues if it wasn't for
Exactly.
Led Zeppelin.
Right.
So.
And there you go. And then you might go, oh, let me check some more
Yeah.
stuff about these guys. Oh, these guys are pretty good.
Yeah,
you know what I
Cream
mean?
did Crossroads
Yeah.
and made it a
Yeah.
big hit. You
Right.
know, or not a big hit, but a
That's
hit.
how the
I didn't know about
Darius Rucker took Wagon Wheel and made it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Could be, we don't know.
well, I mean, that's how the British invasion was based off of American blues.
That's what
Yeah.
they
Right.
see. People don't understand here is over in Britain. They weren't listening to, who's Willie's guy, Glenn Miller, and they were listening to all the black artists.
Or
Right.
going to the dentist.
And that's they weren't going to the dentist. They were spending all their money on records.
Right.
Looks like they were chewing on them.
It's like
Records and bangers and man.
Right. I mean,
it's like, here's some money, go down to the dentist. And they're like,
Right.
go get me some records.
yeah, the Beach Boys stole from Barry.
Chuck Berry.
Chuck Berry.
Mhm.
You know, they won in court. So I mean, it's a lineage. Like,
It's the industry. It's
Right.
always been creepy. It's just they're all nasty.
yeah, I mean, we could really segment this off to like so many different ways. But
Oh.
yeah, I just think that's an ignorant view, saying, good for Luke Combs. Like, and to piggyback on that a little bit too, like watching that, because I had my mom's birthday dinner Saturday night, and we were talking about the Grammys, and my sister was talking about, 'cause she's 2 years younger than me, she's 50, and talking about Tracy Chapman and that song and stuff like that. I had that song stuck in my head the whole fucking week. But like, I think the most impressive thing for me is watching that performance and watching Taylor Swift enjoying herself, like not giving a fuck, standing up and sing along to that song.
Oh.
To me, that's what music's supposed to be all about. Like, doesn't matter, like, if it's Willie up there singing, Scott, Ed, if you enjoy who's singing up there, fucking go with it and just enjoy it. So that's too bad.
And nowadays, Tracy Chapman's making a fortune off of this. Don't kid yourself.
Oh, good for her.
Exactly.
She wrote it. It's her song.
Yeah,
man.
it's her song. She owns the
Right.
rights, man. Good for her.
Yeah, she made $500,000 off the original, and now this will probably just blow it up even
I just-
guaranteed.
I just
make
don't.
$500 million off this new movie.
Because now her songs are getting downloaded now, not just his remake, so
Right.
it's even
So
better.
she's
Yeah.
making a percentage of his remake, what it's playing, and
that-
I
and then
think
she's
I-
going to get a ton of hers.
Yeah, I think she gets all of it from his remake because it's her writing. He gets a
Oh,
cut. He gets a small
Yeah.
percentage, but
She gets the full songwriter
yeah,
royalty
Credit or
Yeah,
whatever.
whatever. We
And
don't
it's,
know.
It's
what
usually
it is.
it's more than the
Oh,
singer.
it's probably
Yes,
50%.
Way more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because his label's probably only getting money than he's getting paid through the label.
Well, they
Yep.
don't. They have to buy. Yeah, I'm trusting.
They might be
unless
the same label.
it could be the
That's
same label, so they ran across it.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
Doesn't
saying.
have to be
though.
the same level.
Well,
They just
no.
go,
Yeah.
hey, Mike, I'm going to do Booty Man. What are we? I mean, honest.
Yeah,
mean,
I like
I'm
where
just
this is
saying.
going.
Right.
I do not. I want to hear a remake of Booty Man. Oh,
Tracy-
give him donuts.
No,
Tracy-
it's a burger.
Oh, they gave him a burger and fries, and his wife's like, "You can't have that."
Tracy Chapman's going to do a remake of Booty Man now.
I got a booty, man.
Is that his wife showing the 2 rings? That's fucking flex right there.
That is nice. She's wearing the 2 rings.
Yeah.
I love it. Good for
I don't know
her.
how much yarn she had to put on those.
Fucking Mormons.
So if Tracy Chapman redoes Booty Man, or a bunch of people in trailer parks gonna be pissed off that a black lesbian?
So
No.
One more thing.
First of all, they don't have radios, but
Right.
Yeah.
Like people trying to interpret the lyrics and stuff. It doesn't mean this, even though it says this. Like, just like,
Yeah, you're a vinyl guy. You get all these
Yeah.
old records, and you're a, what'd you call it, an audiophone? No, pedophile. Pedophile. That's which one is he?
audiophile.
What?
Jesus.
Pedophile. No, yeah, audiophile.
Right.
My fault.
Wrong
Sorry.
one. Yeah. Go
Woo!
get
Sorry.
some more free candy.
So my bad was
Yeah.
people saying that we need to look at how Luke Combs and Tracy Chapman came together, and the rest of the world has to, because everybody hated everybody for that song. So anyway, that was my bad.
Let's all hold hands. And
So
skip
now,
around.
hold on.
I did have one more.
I just took it to flannel off. I'm back to me.
I just had one. Did you watch that interview with Al Davis's daughter and James Brown today?
No.
It was early. I just
Oh,
happened
I
to
caught
turn-
a little bit
It was
of
like 3 hours before.
Well, they were
the-
talking about him, the antitrust suit and all that.
Well, yeah, and they were talking. They kind of had a little skit with Madden in there, and it did a pretty good job of Madden. But they had her at the end, and she's like, "Well, we broke barriers and this and that, and now we're finally breaking through where blacks and the same thing." She goes right to the color and women, and they can do this. It's like, do you really think for the last 30 years the NFL's been like, yeah, don't hire any women or blacks? I don't see that. Did you guys see it where there was behind the scenes? Maybe 30 years ago. Let's say 25.
Rule, but I mean,
If we're talking
Let's say
off
25.
the field,
That's what I'm saying. Because the way she was acting,
they
like,
still call it. You still see. I mean, I don't think all the owners are like that, but some of the owners, I just. Here's the other thing. They have to apply for the jobs also, and they maybe weren't applying before because they felt they couldn't.
well, they might not even have worked
So-
their way up to that position to do
That's
it.
what I'm saying. Some guys that African Americans and women weren't trying to coach or trying to be involved. Now they are,
Right. Well,
and maybe they figured, well, they're not gonna let me. And
Here's
if they were
another-
scared, if they were scared to do it, that's a problem too.
and here's another thing. I don't want to, say that all these owners are great, or because a lot of them are pieces of shit. We found that out. But if you're starting at the bottom in say 1980, it takes a while to work your way up to the top. You're not getting up there in 2 years.
look at Belichick.
Yeah, I mean,
Belichick started, 82?
Yeah.
Look how long it took him to be head coach.
so I mean, she got the job because she was, born into it, pretty much. I think, or did he give her the job? No, it wasn't her.
No, it's his son's got it.
His son's got it, and
Yeah,
then
right.
he hired her. Okay,
It's
But
his daughter.
no, it wasn't his daughter. It's
Maybe it's his ex-wife. Is it his
I
wife?
don't know who it is.
I'm not sure. I don't know.
I saw the woman.
I
She
just
looked like
I only caught it like halfway through. That's why
she looked too old to be Mark Davis's daughter, but maybe she could be Mark Davis. She could be Mark Davis's sister.
possible. I don't
She
know.
could have a stake in the team.
Right.
She could.
Definitely not his barber.
We'll have to look into that because I don't know who she was. Yeah, I
Same
now
barber.
thinking about it. Yeah, I
Same
don't know.
barber Harry had in Dumb and Dumber.
But again,
Or
it's not,
Lloyd.
not everybody. Even Jeannie Buss had to start at the bottom, even though she was the
Yeah.
owner's daughter.
Yeah.
Right.
And it takes
she
a
worked.
while to get up there. I mean, other than like Theo Epstein, who somehow just got a job
Well,
at 26 and
now,
ran these.
But remember, this is the great point, kind of exactly what you said, is that I know it was,
that's only been starting more recent.
but I know it was a lot of stuff might have not been true in the Lake Show or whatever it's called.
Right.
What was that called?
Right.
But even Jerry Buss pushed her aside. Oh, honey, go do this.
Yep.
Honey didn't give her a chance to even try to learn how to do the job.
Right.
So if they were doing that, everybody tried. Hey, I want to learn the ropes. Nah, go do
Right.
this. Go in the corner and grab
Well,
a mop and do that.
And that's part of my point is
Yeah.
that probably happened up into the 80s.
Yeah.
But then so they started hiring women and say more black executives in
Yeah.
88 or
Yeah.
94. You're not just going to be automatically at the top. You
no. And it
so
shouldn't be
it's
that way
now
anyway.
we're starting to see the fruits of the labor
Yeah.
actually coming to fruition.
Yeah, I
now.
see what you're saying. Yeah.
So it took 20 years.
Mhm.
It didn't just happen overnight. It's never going to do that. So
Yeah. Well, yeah, it can't. I get what you're saying. You can't just get the job because who you are. You have
Yeah.
to work your way through it.
just like everybody else is.
Yeah.
But they didn't have the chance to even start at the bottom. Now they got that chance, and now they're getting up to here.
Yeah.
So you're going to see a lot more of it.
Oh,
All right.
You're ugly.
My ugly. A Cudahy woman
Mhm.
was caught embezzling over $100,000 of the We Run They Fly charity fundraiser for the honor flights.
Really?
Yeah, she stole tons of honor flight music honor flight money over the years.
What the hell?
She was sentenced to 5 years in prison, but that was stayed, and then she got 3 years probation. Stole hundreds of thousands of dollars. She's got, I forget what they said, but she could have sent, it was like 2,000 people to DC on the honor flights, and she stole that money. And then she got it ended up being like 4 months in jail she's going to get for it. So a whole bunch of veterans who probably didn't get the chance and then died.
Right.
And this piece of shit stole their, money she was raising for them, and then they didn't even really sentence her.
You know some people that went on there?
Ron McCarr's dad did.
Yeah. Amber's grandpa went,
Okay.
said it was a great experience.
That's awesome.
Armando will be going pretty soon.
Yeah, I like the stuff. That'd be cool.
It's a good idea.
I looked into it. Yeah.
What is it?
Honor flight.
Oh, yeah.
Timmy, you're where we at? Ugly.
Me.
Ugly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jason's over here.
Sorry, yeah. The A's being the A's. Las Vegas mayor says A's should pitch new plan to Bay Area after the plan has pretty much fallen through and Vegas does not want them.
They could fuck up a
They-
cup of
they
water.
want it.
How bad are you if the city of Vegas don't want
They
you?
want them. They're not giving them any money.
Oh.
Well, no.
So-
If they want them, but the people of Las Vegas do not want them.
That's
The actual people
no,
don't.
they don't want to pay.
Right.
No, I'm not saying that though. The people of Las Vegas do not want them there.
Because
Right, because they don't want to subsidize another.
But no, it's not because of that at all. They just say they don't want a baseball team there.
Whatever.
They don't want them there.
That doesn't make
They
any
say
sense.
it's
Yeah.
already there's already too much there with the football team because they don't want the Raiders.
What
to
I
come.
read, it was the money issue. Taxpayers say we're not paying because the city makes enough money.
Yeah,
Well,
the
the thing is,
taxpayers shouldn't be
the
paying
problem
money in
is the
Vegas.
city of Vegas should put into it themselves out of their coffer because they make enough in their. Like I said, I just booked a hotel room. The hotel room a night it came out. Let's say the
What
bill
was the tax?
$149 was the hotel fee, wasn't the tax. The $149 was the hotel fee for the 3 nights I'm staying there. So that's how much it charged me just stay in a hotel for 3 nights.
Right.
So
That's
bump it
about-
up, $10 more and build a freaking stadium.
Right.
Yeah, that's before you even get a room.
Have
You don't even get the room for
have
that.
the casinos all pitching a few bucks, and guess what?
Give them all a suite.
But I'll go back on what I said. They don't need sports teams in LA. I mean Vegas. They got enough crap going on. Although the Raiders are doing great. It looks like
Right.
people come to town. You fill the stadiums. People go do that.
Right. Hockey.
Yeah, hockey. We went to see a game. Great stadium. It's a good time.
The Aces.
Yeah, the Aces. But I just wish they would do that because that stadium I saw looked awesome. They're going to build right on the strip where Bally's is.
Well, they
It
can't.
looked great.
Did you see
Too
the White
small.
Sox new concept?
Oh, really?
They want to do a retractable roof. The acreage is too small to
Fit everything in there.
Well, what also is the teachers union is fighting it too because they want money put into the schools.
In Las Vegas or
Yeah.
Nevada.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
I
don't
mean,
know the
So
whole
wait,
story
the
behind it.
teachers union's fighting a baseball stadium.
Yeah.
Did you see the White Sox?
Not enough kids to diddle there, huh? I don't
Did you see
know.
the renderings for Comiskey Park being the Bears Stadium? Is
Yeah.
that what we're talking about?
well, the Bear Stadium?
Yeah.
Oh, I never heard that before.
Wait, what?
I never said that before.
Yeah.
They were talking about if the White Sox leave, go to 78, convert Comiskey.
Oh,
Call it Comiskey. You can call it
U.S.
Yeah,
US
we get
Cellular-
it, yeah.
Right.
U.S.
Comiskey.
Commissioner.
right. Convert that into a football stadium for the Bears.
Oh, really?
Way out there?
That place is a dump.
I don't,
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
a
like
long
that.
way.
I'd rather go to
hood,
Arlington.
man.
Stay in Soldier Field.
Yeah, do that.
It's in the hood out there.
Well, the other one, the concept they're going to build, it's right off of Roosevelt. I know exactly what the concept was you saw. It's right in this dead area. We drive by it when you get off on the furthest you can get off the exit. Like I think it's Congress Parkway.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's right
It's
there.
like those rail yard
It's
type
a,
areas.
yes, and it's
Yeah.
a cool looking stadium. So when I say getting closer to downtown, that's
And
exactly
it's
what
right
they
off the
should
river,
do,
correct?
and it's right off the highway.
Mhm.
It's right there.
Everything.
So
And
it's
the metro
easy
goes
in,
through.
easy out. You don't got to go to south side much. It's actually probably 10 minutes shorter,
It's a nice area.
and it's
a little
closer to
nicer
downtown where
area,
people
too.
can walk to it or get an Uber or whatever.
Well, does the
Stadium.
CTA go out that way too?
It would. It
It
does,
would.
but it would.
They would add-
They would
yeah.
put one
They
there.
would make it. Yeah.
If it wasn't,
Well, and
they would.
doesn't that electric metro go through there too?
No, electric metro is down by Soldier
Oh,
Field.
it's one more.
It
okay.
starts there, South Shoreline. or
Well, I
whatever.
mean, there you go though too. If it,
Yeah.
that's a close walk too, I guess in a sense. That's probably only about a 15, 20-minute walk.
Yeah.
So
You're ugly, Tim.
My ugly. The fucking Bulls. They haven't made a trade in 3 years. The last trade they made was a Laurie Markkinen trade, which they lost on that one too. But
Chicago sports, they don't have GMs anymore.
well,
I guess I'll give him a little. I'll give him a little. I agree with you, but I guess with Levine getting hurt didn't help.
yeah.
Maybe if they, I don't know if they would have traded him anyway, but who knows?
Right.
Go ahead, Tim.
Well, they lost.
But I mean-
they lost Ball too.
He's been shooting again, actually. He's
Right.
he's been back at the practice facility.
But Levine was going to be trade based.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they've got probably four tradable assets, and they won't do anything because they're okay with being mediocre. They're okay with making just enough money selling the tickets that they have and hoping to get into the playoffs so they can have 1 or 2 playoff games. They're in essence of mediocrity. Like it's just beyond frustrating. So to me right now the Bucks are more interesting, and I'll probably end up watching more of their games and pay attention to more of what they're doing because there's nothing the Bulls can do to like make themselves better at this point, even if on the buyout market, and they probably won't spend that money because I think they're only like $2 or $3 million away from that second apron. So if they sign somebody, they got to pay tax. You know, Ryan Stark doesn't want to fucking do that.
Can't afford it.
Right. Well, he could. Yeah, it's whatever. So yeah, my ugly is just the Bulls and just another fucking wasted season. And you know, they should have blown it up 2 years ago. They should have blew it up when Ball got hurt. Just said fuck it, trade off their assets, start them new, and you know, be Oklahoma City, be one of those teams. So
You know what? They're second in the West, and they have about 45 draft picks in the first round.
Yeah.
So,
They did it right though. That's sometimes. I mean, there's different ways to do it, but blowing it up completely, like I mean, we've seen it in baseball. The Cubs, the Astros.
Right.
I mean, there's been many teams.
The White Sox, the White Flags.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
they've
say
tried
probably, and picks in the NBA matter just about as much as they do in the NFL too. So them having that many trades could probably get them a little
I
the picks
disagree.
have changed now. They're not
Not as
because-
bad.
traded as much.
No.
because of the lack of development in the college game because of
You guys are only
AAU.
playing 1 year.
Well, the AAU game, I've learned a lot in the last year. The AAU game is about showcasing you. It's not showcasing the
Right.
team.
Yeah.
That's why European players are better.
Yeah, that's why they're not learning skills.
I heard someone say this here,
Great
and I
point.
can't remember if Jokic said it or a player said it, or a coach from overseas.
Doncic, maybe.
No, a coach, or someone from overseas just said the problem with American basketball is they play 4 games a weekend. In Europe, we play 2 games a week. And we practice the other days.
Right.
We don't just play games. We
Right.
practice then play
Mhm.
games.
right. And
It's almost like a
everybody
football.
does-
It's almost like a football
Right.
schedule.
Everybody does the same drills in Europe. From the time they
Mhm.
pick up a basketball, they're dribbling.
Yep.
They're boxing out. They're shuffling the like.
That's crazy.
Right.
And
Well,
here,
I mean, like,
Why would
that's-
you do that?
I mean, that's
In-
crazy.
in
Thing.
here-
Fundamentals.
and here they're working on their dunk skills
They're
and,
working
Well,
on
shooting
their
threes.
three-pointers, right?
Shooting threes.
and shooting threes.
Well, I mean,
Exactly.
like Luka Doncic was 16 years old, and he was playing against
Men.
Wilson, Harden, and KD because that team played a game against Real Madrid
Right.
in Spain.
Right.
So Luka Doncic has been playing professional team basketball,
Since he was 14.
since he was a child.
Right.
And that's why you see like development with Giannis. I mean,
And
Giannis got here and wasn't, but he had that base to
Yeah.
build off of when he got here.
Right.
That's why all the top players are foreign now.
Although he's the is the anomaly the correct word?
Who's that?
Giannis, because he's not as good a shooter as the rest of them are or were.
Who's the last?
He's the odd one of them, but
Yeah.
he's still dominant at what he does.
Who's the last American player that's like a top guy that's come? Besides, I mean,
Curry.
Curry obviously.
Well,
Westbrook,
Durant.
Durant,
Yeah.
Harden.
I mean, those are years ago though. Those guys are
more
old.
recent was the kid
Durant,
from,
36. Corey's 35.
Oh, how about if he wasn't in trouble all the time?
LeBron.
John Morant. And getting hurt killed him. He was
Okay.
back on pace when he
Because
got here.
Shea Gil,
Yeah,
he's
but
not
he-
American.
No, he's Canadian.
he's not American either.
Yeah, but he's still playing. He's not playing any better system in the
I
United
agree.
States. So he's not European.
So, I mean, how many like of the MVP guys? We haven't had an MVP from local type MVP, a United States guy, in what
It's been
7-8 years?
We got Jokic. We got Giannis.
I bet the last one was probably Curry or Durant, the American MVP.
Possibly.
Oh.
Curry.
Because I mean, it's been Giannis, Embiid.
But you
Jokic.
see back in the day, all those teams like you flash back to like the Mac Johnson years, the Larry Bird, even Jordan, in the 90s and 80s. Those were still playing. A lot of those guys played in college.
3 years of college.
Played in college. They played in systems. They played at top. They played at the blue blood colleges. A lot of
Yeah.
them. Not Indiana State, obviously, but Michigan State's a great
Yeah,
college.
Kentucky,
Was a great
Duke,
Kentucky, Duke,
North Carolina.
But
Yeah.
they were coming from there, and they were getting that base put behind them.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. And you know,
These guys are not coming out with the
No.
basketball. They're coming out with like you said, 3-point and dunking skills. They're not coming out with basketball
No,
team skills,
no.
which is completely different.
Understanding conceptually how to do something together in that part.
Yeah, we might be on the downfall of American basketball
Yeah,
here.
we talked about that a couple weeks ago. We
James
said-
Harden was the last American in 2017, 2018.
Okay. So then gonna be over. It's gonna be past 6 years now because America's not winning this year, for sure.
No,
The
not even
The
close.
closest to America would be Shea, and he's from Canada.
Oh,
so
yeah, but
that'd be the
he's
closest
not
to
American
America.
either.
Yeah.
I don't think it's an American even you would even
In the
consider
top
this year.
5,
I think
not even top 5.
What I'm gonna say the top 5 right now. It's Embiid, or it's Jokic, Giannis, Shea, Embiid's out of it.
Yeah,
So
And
then
Doncic,
Doncic will be 4, and then
and
5.
that's all you need.
Yeah, those are the top 4.
that's 5 already.
Yeah,
So yeah, if you had the U.S. versus the world, and
I think the world will
would
kill
be
them.
World.
the world kill them, right?
Probably the next MVP would be Tatum.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Tatum, Halliburton, and then even Sabonis, and then Anthony Davis.
No, Sabonis is American. He was born here.
Oh, he was.
Yes,
Oh, that's
his
right.
dad played here.
Right.
Yep. So he was born in the United
He's
States,
American.
and he
yes.
played United States AA.
And he doesn't play American ball either.
No, he doesn't because his dad taught him how to play.
Right.
And he probably put him in
Where's
with
his
coaches.
dad from?
Russia.
Was it Russia? I thought it was.
It's like,
I thought it was the same place that.
Lithuania?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same place Dragan Petrovic was from.
yeah,
I thought I
Lithuania.
could be wrong, but
They had those tie-dye uniforms
his
in the
dad.
Olympics.
I'll tell you right now, his dad. You look at him and go, "Yes, what? Huh?" Dude, he looked like a mope, and he was pretty good. He was a real good NBA player. He was
Who did he
incredible.
play for?
Trailblazers. Yeah, it was Drexler. They were another team that would have won championships. Another guy, Jordan Stockton, winning.
Oh, I
Kyle
remember seeing
Drexler,
that
Gary
movie,
Payton.
Yeah.
He's another big guy like that big problems like Walton and
Greg Oden.
Greg Oden.
Yeah, not to be funny, Greg Oden. He was injured. It wasn't like
Right.
never really got to see him get better because he
Sam
couldn't.
Bowie, like you would watch. I remember Sam Bowie in college.
Yeah.
That was here.
And,
He was the first pick. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Wonder who got drafted after him. Anybody good?
No.
some guy named Drexler.
Yeah.
Oh,
You got your ugly Bulls, right?
Yep.
You're ugly, Tim. Oh, really?
that's a great topic.
Yeah, it was good.
Mine is the Phoenix Open and the fans.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God! So
It's a shit show.
It is.
Look like Fond du Lac.
So they. So apparently on Saturday the tournament officials stopped selling alcohol
At what time?
around 2 p.m.
2 o'clock.
2 p.m. because it was too crowded.
Well, that's bar time. Oh, PM.
And they had a lady fall out of the
She fall out of
at
the.
the 16th hole.
Oh my
She
God!
fell off one of the things.
Off the
there.
grandstands.
They didn't know whether they were if she'd been drinking or not. What do you think?
I'm gonna say she wasn't pushed at a golf
She's
tournament.
she's
so-
there drinking or she's the president.
And then Speed got kind of pissy because they were yelling at his
Oh, yeah.
to his backswing. Zach Johnson got into it with a fan. Billy Horschel. So I think you're gonna see a different Phoenix Open next year. It got to a point, but then they stopped. You know, I saw a video where this guy
Shooter McGavin's
had
out
this
there.
guy wrapped around his shoulders and
Yep.
was carrying this guy out.
Yep.
He was just freaking hammered.
But I said that real.
I saw the guy diving with his shirt off.
Oh yeah, that guy down the whatever mud there was there.
People
I mean,
pouring beers on
I
him.
will say it. The best thing every morning, they cut the cups as the tournament plays. They open the gates at like 5 a.m. The cup cutter on 16, they all cheer for him every time hey. Every time he cuts it down, and they go crazy when he cuts it, and they chant one more hole.
Oh my God, can you imagine?
It's the same. It's been the same guy for the last
5
15
in the
years.
morning.
My ugly, I'll raise Tim's Bulls and give him a fucking bucks. Wow, 2-6 since Doc Rivers come over, and I'm not putting this on Doc Rivers. Just a dynamic, because I know over there missing Lillard and Lopez was out on paternity leave or whatever. His wife had a baby,
In Middleton.
but the problem is they aren't looking well. I mean, they won their last game. They got the Nuggets coming in town tomorrow night.
Have fun at that game.
It's gonna be it'll be a game they probably win. It's just the way they are because they all play tomorrow night.
Pat Bev.
Yeah, and I like the pickup. People like beat it up. But you see the first game, he was getting into it, not getting it, but he was like
You see,
talking to
he's drawing-
Lopez,
he's
like
drawing-
drawing a play up,
yeah,
like showing like
yeah.
Lopez what he should be doing. And maybe it has to be, and maybe that's why Doc Rivers said we need. Maybe Doc Rivers has been around him before,
Right.
and Doc Rivers knows I want him. because you know what? I know what he can do. He's going to be extension of me on the court, going to help me out.
Well, the Bulls players were mad that they didn't sign him.
Yeah.
You know, they loved having him.
He's
last
got
year.
that edge to him. He's like a PJ Tucker, but a better offensive player.
Well, and did you see, he tweeted that day he got traded? He tweeted, he said, at campaign, get that physical done, brother. I want to suit up tonight.
Yeah.
He tweeted that
So
afternoon.
I think I think it's not, you're not getting, you know, a top 5 player in them, but you're getting a guy that makes your team better, I think. And that was the plus to them, was getting, he's doing something at trade line with limited resources they had.
He's like a PJ Tucker type guy, I think, in the locker room.
Is there an echo in here?
What?
Did you say that?
Yeah, I just
Did
said
anybody say?
Oh.
Well, I was going to ask, did anybody talk about PJ Tucker?
Yeah, what do you think? Do you think Patrick
I
Beverly
think he's kind of like him in the locker room.
kind of like who? Beverly?
Yeah, Beverly.
I never heard that. What do you,
I don't think Tucker is
250 shoes.
as spicy. But
who? PJ Tucker?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. It's a great call, Tim. Great call.
Ha ha ha!
Great call. Well, you want to talk about how PJ Tucker and Pat Beverly are saved? Go ahead. Let's all 4 of us say it after it's already been said.
You know, I've always thought that, but I never said it.
What were you listening to over there?
Well, did you see the thing?
Hey, oh, you know what? Guys, you know on the 16th hole, when the hole cutter gets there, they all cheer him. Did you guys ever hear that
Oh,
story?
where Phoenix? There's a hole cutter at
You know,
5 in the morning.
I want to go back to the Waste Management Open. Like, they pride themselves on being
What happened there?
Well, I don't know. I guess they got cut off for alcohol and stuff.
Oh, what time?
2:00.
Oh, I haven't.
We're just burning Phil. We're burning tape up.
We're burning the cloud. Go ahead, Tim. I'm sorry.
That's all right. You know, they want to pride themselves on being different, being like the most rowdy tournament and stuff like that. Can't have it both ways. You know what I mean? Like, either embrace what they are for that tournament. I'm not condoning getting fucking wasted at 2:00, so like the whole tournament shuts down.
We
beer
started
sale.
drinking at like 9 on Saturday,
Yeah. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I mean,
but we didn't start throwing people.
right? We went.
Out the
You only
window.
get wasted by 2 p.m. on a golf course if you're golfing.
And did anybody cheer the people that set up the dartboards at the? Yeah! One more.
No, but there was a lot of really good shit talking between teammates that were playing against each other. That was fucking great.
Oh,
Oh, and the best line of the whole tournament that I heard was that someone needed to have their emotions warm up before they play.
Oh, you know what? One of my uglies was from this weekend.
Yeah.
Someone offered Tim free tacos, and he said no.
Wait, tell the whole story. A woman offered me free
Yeah,
free
I said, "Hey,
tacos.
you want me to get some tacos,
I
Tim?"
said no.
No, thanks. I was like, "Who are you?" I tried pulling the mask off; it wouldn't come off.
who's that? Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was.
Timmy's
I
dying.
thought pull off with me, Willie, and I wasn't away with you. With you meddling kids with Willie underneath his face.
I was full. I had a panini burrito.
I have never heard.
No, you had a panini.
I had a panini. All right, I had a panini. Sorry.
He had a panini that was
Fucking
wrapped.
panini police
And these
over here.
I say that's a panini.
Those are white Jesus Christ,
Sandwich
911s
Nazi over
too.
here. Is a panini a sandwich?
I'd say it was.
Okay.
It's a hot dog sandwich.
No.
No, are you stupid? It's a hot dog.
No, I'm Italian, but thank you.
So anyway, let's talk about the Super Bowl that just ended. We're doing this after the Super Bowl tonight, a little post game.
Yeah, because none of us have to get up at 5 in the morning.
So let's talk about the Chiefs win their
Go.
Chiefs win back-to-back third Super Bowl in 6 seasons for Mahomes. I think their 4th appearance in the last 5 years or 6 years. AFC Championship they've been in the last 6 years. Mahomes wins his third straight MVP out of 6 seasons. Super Bowl MVP, not league MVP. He's got one of those too. He's on the trajectory, and we talked about it weeks. And it's weird. It's kind of funny. We talked about it, and then all of a sudden all these stories started popping up about can Brady. And we were talking about it. Can Brady catch? I think people actually listen
Can
to our
Mahomes
show.
catch Brady?
I think they talk about our show somewhere because we talked about it like weeks before, and then
Oh,
all
yeah.
of a sudden everybody's jumping on the bandwagon. We talked about it.
There's somebody somewhere, some director or something that's listening to our show because multiple shows. I call it all the time, and I don't listen to many of those sports shows. And I'll turn on and I'll be like, that fucker stole our bit.
Mhm.
We just talked about that 2 days ago.
So the only second overtime in history. The last one happened in 2018, I believe.
How many coaches
Was
did
that
get fired?
the Falcons and the Patriots? Correct.
Yep.
Kind of interesting. Tom Brady, the GOAT, and then the kid does it this way in the other overtime game. The kid, that's a baby GOAT, right? We got that.
Mhm.
So he's got 3 Super Bowls in 6 seasons.
The
He's been to
baby goat.
4. Tom Brady's was at 10 Super Bowls and won 7 of them. So It's going to be a tough hill because it's a team sport, but man, it's tough. I mean, if this kid ever, I'll tell you right now, if he tomorrow walks away, he's in the Super Bowl in 5. He's in the Hall of Fame in 5 years.
Should be.
He'd be another 6-year guy. No problem.
Yeah.
No problem.
He ain't walking away unless
No,
it's a
but you gotta say
devastating
he
injury.
could quit tomorrow and say I don't want to play anymore, and in 5 years he'd be in the Hall of Fame, no problem. I think Andy Reid is a Hall of Fame coach. I think we all thought, to be honest, if Andy Reid were retired after Philly, he'd be a Hall of Fame coach too.
Yeah, I thought
But
he
now
was
this
a great coach.
adds to his resume.
He
So,
won the Super Bowl.
He is the
Philly?
greatest
No,
active.
but he went to
coach right
one. Yeah,
Yeah.
chicken nuggets. But let's talk about the game. What you guys took away from it. Let's start with Ed. 25-22. Kansas City wins their
Wow.
third
I
Super
wish it would
Bowl
have been
or
28.
second Super Bowl. I'm sorry.
28-21
In a row.
would have made me a lot happier.
Yeah.
But, yeah,
too.
I did all right on the strip cards
Yeah,
tonight
yeah.
after bitching the whole time. That oh, you're close, not close. Ed, you won 2. Dancing.
So what do
I
you think
pissed off
about
Bucky.
the what do you think about the game?
It was a good game. I mean, I really didn't care either way. I mean, a lot of defense, but it looked like both guys. I think they threw both for over 300 yards by the end.
No,
Or Mahomes.
Purdy drew for like 260 something.
And Mahomes was quite a ways over 300. I think 330, 340. I bet.
The Gatorade was purple.
Damn it!
I'm just saying, if
And
anybody.
That's
no.
from
If
kids.
anybody's
That's
seen
what
anything.
kids worry about.
I didn't bet it.
That's like that was like
That's what
like
grown men
400.
worry about in
Was
Las
it?
Vegas.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, they didn't hit what was the over too? It was like
I think it's
48.
47 or 40. It's 47 and a half
47
or
and a half.
8. So it
Yeah.
just
So they got
missed.
close. Yeah,
It was at 47.
with that overtime, they got
Yeah.
a bunch of extra points there.
So yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it was an entertaining game to watch. I mean, I watched the whole game. I didn't get bored or nothing.
Kyle Shanahan lost
2-0.
in Atlanta, too. He was the OC in Atlanta.
Yeah.
When they lost in overtime.
Actually,
And I mean, there were 7 field goals. I'm looking up there, but there were how many 50-yarders? 3? 3 bombs. I mean, like legit 50 yards.
55, 53, and
I think of 57.
57. He broke the record that was set an
Earlier.
hour earlier.
Yeah.
So it's crazy. No, yeah, it's crazy. 55 when he said it, but I guess that makes sense. It's not like a season where you see a lot of kicks.
And
It's one
Kansas
game.
City fumbled at least 4 times that we saw.
Did they?
Lost.
Did they?
Yeah. It was 4 fumbles at one point.
Fumbles
I think they
lost for
reco-
2
They lost 2 and
San Francisco and 1 for
okay.
Kansas City.
So Kansas City had fumbled 4 times and lost 1 and then threw a pick.
I don't think they fumbled before, did they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
They had the
They,
Pacheco run was the first one, and then the toss.
the Pacheco that hit him in the
Oh
shoulder.
yeah.
That's 2.
There was one other one somewhere. Well, probably on one of the punts, I bet.
Yeah,
Every
he
punt was
muffed
a
it.
fucking adventure.
Yeah, he muffed it. Yeah, the one. Yeah.
That was kind of weird, but yeah. I mean, I don't know. I thought it was a pretty good game. What do you think, Tim?
That was a great game, great defensive game. It was kind of surprising how low scoring it was, because considering Kansas City, since the loss at Las Vegas, they really changed the dynamics. Not the dynamics of the team. I think Reed did a good job of fixing what needed to be fixed. Obviously, he weeded out some players that weren't helping them, Kadarius Toney, and got the ball to his playmakers. Got the ball to Kelsey, got the ball to Checo, got the ball to Rashee Rice, and he did that again today. You know, look at overtime with that catch for not overtime, but like when they were driving down in the fourth quarter when Kelsey got open on that sideline gig. You know, no way that should have happened. So, again, impressive. You know, people don't like dynasties. I think it's good for the sport because it gives you a team to like watch out for, and its storylines, and you know everything's more magnified with those teams. Next year, everyone's going to be going in and trying to gun for the champions
Do
again.
you think you're going to see as much hate as like Brady received when they were in their middle or dynasty?
No, because
I think they
think-
will. It was here
You
tonight.
think eventually they
Tonight,
will?
people are like
I'm
cheering
done
out
with them.
loud for San Fran, like here, and
Right.
nobody here was a San Fran fan.
right.
Like
Me-
nobody was like going. It'd be different if the field goal gets me $100. Okay, yay! But people are like, oh, go and oh my God, they fumbled. It was like people were cheering.
Meanwhile, San Francisco spending 8 Super
Yeah.
Bowls and people are rooting for
Mhm.
them against Kansas City because
Because it's just they're the flavor of the day.
Yeah.
Nobody likes the flavor of the day if it's not your team.
and the Taylor Swift thing was just annoying as fuck.
I'm over that.
I disagree.
No, but
I think
over
it's
where we were sitting, people are like, Taylor Swift again, really?
Okay, so if you're watching a Cowboy game, and we also think, oh, Jerry Jones again.
great.
I don't know.
All they do is show Jerry Jones in those games. That's all
I
they
know.
do.
Right.
And
I
don't
think
like
it's-
Jerry Jones.
I think it's
either.
dumb. They probably showed her for a total of 32 seconds in that game, if that.
Yeah.
If that.
We
It's-
counted 12 times. Somebody was keeping track
yeah,
over there.
I just whatever.
12 different.
So it's probably 36 seconds.
Oh,
total.
if that, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I
So you're talking like not even 3/4 of a minute that she's been on TV.
No, I think it's more of just the whole contrived thing that they're going to show her to try and pump up more. I mean, they're pandering to her fans,
Of
so.
course they
that's a
are.
great
I mean,
mark. That's
that's
a
the-
great
Right,
marketing plan.
exactly.
Why
They,
wouldn't you?
they have
Any publicity. is
But
good
that-
publicity,
But that's
I
what's
believe.
going to. Well, ask Bud Light if any good publicity. I mean, they went the opposite. way.
everybody forgot about it already.
Well, they're trying. They're trying hard.
It's over. That's already
They have
done.
Patrick,
Yeah.
or not Patrick, but
Peyton Manning.
Manning,
Oh yeah, they got to pay. They got to bring back the Clydesdales. They got to bring back fun. They tried, and it cost them
I'm
a
waiting.
lot.
I'm waiting for the frogs to come back.
Yeah.
But,
What's that?
But with
The
Taylor
sound
Swift,
guy.
I think they said it's
Dilly dilly.
a 9% jump in female
Yeah.
viewership.
Oh, I believe it.
It's a win.
But I mean, that's why I think what we're saying though is like why people are going to hate on Kansas City, and that's going to be part of it. There's going to be a little part of it.
I think it's different because
It is different, but people are still going to hate that just because.
I think because of the ownership group, it's a legacy team for the NFL, but it's not like the Giants. It's not San Francisco. It's not Dallas.
Pittsburgh, yeah.
Pittsburgh. Like they're a legacy team, but they're just starting to win. I mean, think about they went to 3 or 4 Super Bowls, and they didn't win until Reed got there. Now they won 3, but I mean, it's like Andy Reid's not an ass. You know what I mean? I'm not
Mahomes is a good guy.
saying right. Mahomes is a good
But-
guy.
Brady, it was the same way until he flattened the football, and then everybody hated him all of a
Right.
sudden.
Yeah, I mean, the whole thing is like Deflategate, the getting caught taping the walkthrough from the Super Bowl against the Rams. Those are the things that tarnished
Mhm.
the Patriots, and everyone jumped on it. They're cheating again. They got caught with this. I'm not
You're
saying
going to pick out the small things though when you're
But that's
when
what
you're in a
everyone-
dynasty,
right when you're winning. Everyone's going to pick out the small.
just
things.
like the
Nitpicky.
Yankees.
Right.
Look at the Yankees all those years. They grow
Right.
fucking mustaches.
Right.
It's something they'll find whatever they can
Right.
find to
Which
hate
is
them.
funny because they still have that rule.
I know.
And they talk about not being able to sign guys because of that.
I know.
Michigan football. They were doing something right, and everybody said they were cheating.
Michigan football.
It's not that much of a. They're not a dynasty. No offense,
I'm
Willie.
not saying they're a dynasty or anything, but
They could have been.
They have
I'm
the
not
most.
saying.
They have the most wins in college football.
Consider them a
Yeah, because they've been there since 1801.
since
Yeah.
they beat,
I
since
bet
they beat the
I
University
bet
of Southeast Detroit.
They're probably second in wins in the last 3-4 years next to Georgia.
Yeah, they're right up there now.
I bet they're close. Second because they lost.
No, Alabama would have more wins.
Well, Alabama lost 2 games 2 years in a row,
Yeah, Michigan's probably
and I
only
think
lost-
Michigan only lost.
You want to go back the last 5 years?
Well, I'm just saying if we're talking,
Yeah,
I mean Georgia would be close to dynasty
Yeah.
in the last few years.
Yeah.
for sure.
They got screwed out of the national championship. That's another story.
Yeah. So, what do you think? The game?
I enjoyed it. I thought it was great. I wish I would have been here from the beginning, but that's just another story. So we'll tell it offline.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh.
somebody got
Okay.
his taco tonight.
Show's over. No, just kidding.
Go Cubs.
Willie, what do you think about it?
I thought it was a lot of people are going to say it's probably a boring game because they need scoring for it to be exciting.
Yeah.
Was it 10-3 at half?
10-0. Or 10-3, yeah, they ended, yeah.
10-3 at half.
I like a good defensive game. I thought it was because it makes these coordinators, these guys have to think more. Like
No,
Everybody's got to think more.
Right.
Yeah. It's
Joe,
it's a
I was
team
sitting
game,
next. I was sitting next to Joe over here, and he's like, "Man, if they don't start putting up some points, man, Kansas City just hanging around.
Right.
It's gonna be a close game, and they're gonna win it."
I thought Scott made a great point. Like
I did.
you did.
Okay.
The touchdown that they scored in overtime was the same play they ran last year.
Yep.
I mean, to pull out a play,
Sky Moore.
right?
Yep.
Pull out a play that worked a year ago and to remember that play. I think it's great coaching.
Yeah, I mean, good game, and I always think I did not like the halftime. I thought the sound was.
I was on a fan. I'm not. I like Usher,
Yeah.
but one of my least favorite ones in the last few years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Really
just heard
was.
that.
I did like. I thought it was dancing. Good dancing was cool. All that was cool, but it was just and nothing again. I like Usher. I have no problem with him. but it just wasn't. I think the sound, like Danielle, someone else here said it, the sound was
Sound
weird.
Yeah.
Came out
I
better when
agree.
they went into the mic and then he came back out with it on. It was more over his mouth. You could
Right.
hear him better. But the first few songs, it was like, and I didn't like the song. He did a lot of like slow songs,
Okay.
like almost like he did some the first few songs are like slow dance, and it's like your Super Bowl halftime. Every song should be awesome. Every song should be pumping you
Yeah,
up.
right.
Boom, boom, boom.
And then Ludacris was there.
That was
and
great. That
who's
was great.
Who's that turned down for what?
Lil Wayne, right?
Lil Jon.
Lil Jon.
Lil
yeah.
Jon.
John.
Lil Jon.
Lil.
Oh, Jorge.
Could have been Little Kev.
Who would you? So we'll go to Scott today. I'll ask a question afterwards.
Oh, you good, Willie?
I'm good.
So 25-22, we talked about that. 7 field goals in this game, 1 missed extra point. I heard during the game, and I don't know if anybody else heard it, but Steve Spagnuolo, only coordinator to win 4 Super Bowls.
Nice.
As DC was the Giants 2, and I think
Right.
Chiefs twice.
Wow.
So only coordinator of any side of the ball to win 4 Super Bowls. So
It's
pretty
sad,
impressive.
it's sad that he's not a very good head coach.
Yeah, and maybe a different time, but I
Right.
think he's good where he's set where he is.
Who was the coach for?
Giants.
He coached the Giants for a minute, then he ended up. They hired him when he got fired. The Chiefs did. I will say though, Ed made a point a second ago. I agree with 100%. Is that the reason the Chiefs won the Super Bowl is because of number 1 defense? That's what they wanted to do.
Yeah.
They kept the game at bay until the
And their-
offense got moving.
And
that's-
their experience, I think.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
they didn't do anything. They didn't do anything flashy on
Right.
defense. They just made plays when they had to.
right.
Stops. I mean, both teams had fumbles in scoring position.
Yeah.
The Chiefs was inside the 10, and I think the McCaffrey had one. They were in field goal range, so both teams lost out at least 6 points, 3 points each, if not more. So that was kind of evened out in the game. Mahomes had a terrible interception early that put them. They were driving and
Yeah.
they might have been
It
in
was
field goal.
awful.
Yeah,
I think the ball flew from him.
yeah.
Right.
He was stepping up, and and you know what? But the thing about him, what happened after that pick? They were right on the other side of 50. What happened? 3 and out.
Right.
The
Yeah.
defense got him ball back.
Yeah.
That's what happens when and Stanford's defense did really well tonight too. I'm not going to overlook them. They
Right.
kept them in the game. I thought Brock Purdy played a great game. People are going to say that, oh my God, game manager. No,
No.
Mahomes played the same game.
Yeah.
Exact same quarterback game. Mahomes had a few extra yards and actually had the ball last, and that's why they won. But
Purdy gave him the lead with what?
Yeah.
Under 2
Yep.
minutes
2 minutes.
ago?
Yep.
Like
Yep.
154.
And the defense couldn't hold him. I mean, it's tough to hold
And
Mahomes for a field goal.
they just showed that too. Big difference in the game. One of the best linebackers in football, Greenlaw, went out with a
I was going to
Achilles
say that. Yeah.
sprinting on the field, and they lost him. They were taking Kelsey got hot when he left because that was his coverage. So
Can you believe that too?
That's-
Jumping
that's a
up on the
shame. Oh.
sideline to celebrate.
yeah,
and
that's a shame. He wasn't celebrating.
that was an Achilles.
He was sprinting to the field to go on the field and go to defense.
He started to go and
I-
they stopped.
Yeah, I think
and
he
then
was
go.
kind of like jumped up.
No, he just
You
like
think,
was like he was going out there to play defense.
You think
jumped?
that's his?
Yeah.
That was he
He
got
Yeah.
caught?
jumped, came down, sprinted, took a step, boom.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was just ready to go out there and run out there. It wasn't because it was just a punt. It was like a big play by anything. It was like crazy.
Kurt Warner said this on Pat McAfee, that just enough of the game manager stuff, because every quarterback, that's what their job is. They're supposed to go out there and manage the game. That is what they showed in practice.
Hit 5 of the 10 big plays you get a chance of in the game,
Yeah.
and don't turn the ball over.
But-
Every
but-
quarterback's job is that.
It
Doesn't
was
matter who you
that
are.
trick play, not one of the worst looking plays
Yeah.
ever, that turned into a touchdown.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was it looked like it was going to be a disaster.
And it sucks because Jennings might have been the MVP or McCaffrey. Would have been close.
Yeah, both of them.
But Mahomes wins his 3rd MVP. I don't know if he said that, but he did win the MVP tonight. His 3rd in 3 Super Bowls.
You know, he
Brady and Montana is only quarterbacks to do so.
Right. So, yeah, you overthrew over.
Yeah.
You know what else with Mahomes? He had a good running game today,
Right.
which he never has. He doesn't.
I thought it was genius when they ran the ball with him.
It was great play
That one
calling.
was that a 4th down where he
4th down, he had
with the option.
That wasn't even. I don't think it was an option. When you watch, Kelsey just turns his head and just turns and locks.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he
It might have been a dummy.
maybe he saw in Mahomes. That's the difference between guys that play each other. Maybe he was
Wow.
going to the flat and he figured, I'm covered. I'm not getting this ball. I'm going to block somebody now.
Right.
And they just know they're not going to. Some guys would just go, I'm going to keep going out, and that guy gets tackled.
Yeah.
Instead, he blocked that guy, and it was a 15-yard gain. That's championship teams do stuff like that.
I'll give Kelsey one thing. The guy might be a douchebag or whatever. Who knows? A lot of people like him. I think he might be one of the smartest, like football smarts guy on the field. He gets open. He doesn't have blazing speed.
Right.
He
Dedicates
made
himself to his
He
craft.
looks
He-
for the open spot.
he made that block that he had to make.
Mhm.
Like you said, he took his choice of catching the ball or making the block to get Mahomes free. He made the right choice. He gets open when he has to. He seems to always find that seam in the defense.
Right.
I mean, the guy's. I mean, again, another Hall of Famer. No
Actually,
question.
the San Fran had 2 fumbles. I forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah, turnovers. They won the turnover rattle. +1 to KC, and they win the game. So
Oh, yeah, the foot one. That's the bad one.
Yeah.
That was really
and
bad.
that's a bad pun, so kind of bad luck,
Right.
Too. So
Can't really do much about that.
that's just part of it. That's just bad luck
Yeah.
of the game.
Good for Nick Taylor winning the Waste Management Open too, by the way.
2100.
And then,
Oh,
you know, we talk about Mahomes. Not bad for a fat quarterback. You know?
Yeah, the
What was
chubby-
with those pictures?
Right.
Yeah.
That was in the locker room. His shirt
That
off.
was their
Someone-
post game, just
yeah.
like the celebration.
And I loved it
the
because
speech.
Mahomes just he was having fun with it.
He retweeted and said, "Come on, guys, bad angle."
Do
That's
I?
right, yeah.
Why does he? He don't care.
Right.
Well, and that's
Fine.
like all these. They say
Hopefully
it's
not.
all.
Yeah.
They're all like, "See, body doesn't matter. These are world class athletes." It was like a picture of Rodgers, Brady, Mahomes, and Allen.
So
It is. You know what is kind of funny though? Like you just said though, those guys. Not one of them is like. I mean, Brady was in pretty good shape.
He put himself in good shape.
Yeah, because he was so chubby and weak when he was young.
Right.
yeah,
But like Rodgers is no
I think
physical
I
specimen.
think he's good shape though.
Too.
Looks like Rodgers lost weight in the last few years. Like
Oh
he's
yeah,
thinned
but I
out.
mean he's probably
like on the
not.
Rodgers plan.
If you've seen him with his shirt off at the beach,
Brady.
It's all that whale mating.
you probably wouldn't say this guy. Man, that guy's a
Team
world class
right?
athlete.
Right.
Which
Yeah, I
some
mean,
of these
Brady put
guys,
himself in good shape.
Yeah.
Because, he knew he needed to.
he looked flabby when he was young,
Oh, right.
Giselle wanted a divorce, so he's like, "All right, back to the gym."
Yeah.
How'd that work out for him?
but yeah.
So, do you think the play calling was Andy Reid or was it Nagy?
I think it's Andy Reid.
Okay.
That's why I think the enemy's the same way. I don't think the enemy lost or gained a job by his play calling. Remember, he didn't have the Kansas City offense to call plays
Right.
in Washington. That's the problem. People don't understand. Oh, look at the enemy. He's not a great player. Look what he did.
Look at
It's
Steve
all about the
Spagnuolo.
guys you coach. I mean,
Right.
when people realize that and stop beating these coaches up. I mean, you know, I like I said, Luke Getsy went out to the Raiders. I don't think he'll be great there because they don't have much of an. They have the same
Right.
concept there. Nothing great. If he went to coach, maybe Getsy went to coach got to call plays for the
Niners.
Chiefs.
Niners, Chiefs.
Maybe he'd be great.
Right.
We don't know.
Well, and some of these guys aren't made to be, starting, like the
Head coaches.
head coaches.
Right. The Dave Wannstedt effect?
Yeah, I mean, there's tons of them.
Right.
I mean, there's Spagnuolo.
Spagnuolo,
Yeah, look at him.
right.
I mean, some of these guys, like maybe say Frenchie, and you bring them up, or Sean McVay. Those guys were born to be that position. Maybe I don't know. You don't know until you know.
Right. I think
I mean, even Belichick, everybody questioned at the
I think
beginning.
I think Frenchie's a good coach. I still think he's still learning. He's
But
finally
now we
getting-
got guys coming out from underneath them, going to other places, and
right.
are they doing good?
Who left?
No, at least I like Getsy or some of these guys.
Getsy was not.
I'm just
spectacular
saying.
at all.
Well, that's
I'm just
that's
saying.
exactly my point,
Yeah,
though.
but
Is the guys under Andy Reid are doing the same thing? They're not successful in other places, really. Are we going to see that out of some of these guys now? Is it really just the head coach? Is
Right.
Andy Reid's the head coach carrying that team,
Right.
making those guys look good?
So we're talking like the new wave coaches, like McVay's
Yeah.
had. Who was the analytical douche? Staley.
Mhm.
Yeah, another one.
Right. So
He wasn't successful.
right,
I mean,
he's going to be a good coordinator.
Yeah.
Probably defense
and,
coordinator.
and my point was saying guys like say under Frenchie, are they going to go other places and fail as well? Because maybe it's just Frenchie. I don't know.
It's hard to say because there hasn't been anyone.
He hasn't.
Right.
Yeah, I know.
And he really hasn't had a chance to hire someone that's younger, except for this new defensive.
But I was kind of going towards those new wave
Right.
guys that are coming out. Because like Andy Reid, we're pretty much in agreement. Those guys look good because of Andy Reid.
Andy Reid was
They're
remember,
solid.
Andy Reid was assistant at one point too,
He was a quarterbacks coach.
and he came
Yeah.
in. But
He was-
remember, his quarterbacks were Don McNabb and Patrick Mahomes.
Right.
I mean, Patrick. We might be sitting there going, Andy Reid got fired for the 4th time this
Yeah.
week, but he didn't have Patrick Mahomes,
Right.
and he got fired from the job. But
Well,
he got to a Super Bowl.
Right.
And he was his quarterback when he was Favre's quarterback
Yeah.
coach too.
So he's been
He's
around
always
good
had
players.
star-
So and
yeah.
you know what? That's not his fault. Good for him. I mean, but I don't know. It's just I don't know.
I think they put a lot into these coaches that aren't.
Yeah.
I don't think they're.
Yeah,
I think a lot of them are interchangeable.
I'm a fan of Reed. Like I said, he's got a great situation. He does what he does with it, and it's. I mean, they do a good job what they do.
I
mean,
think
he has
if
a
you
good-
drop his coaches and put 2 new coaches in there, I think they're still going to.
and I think you look at all these good teams that in the top 4 all had a good strong. And a couple teams didn't, but all had veteran offensive and defense coordinators.
Mhm.
It's hard to win rookie coordinators and stuff. It really is at times because you got to. Here's the problem. I think we sit here and go, oh, coach is the boss. Well, we did see, and this is just we all saw this issue with the Jair situation, just going out there and he got held accountable. But how did he even get out there? I mean, didn't everybody say what? Grab him by? I would have took. It was weird. And this happens everywhere in the league, not just one place.
I would
Everywhere.
have guessed they were sitting there going, "What the fuck's Jair doing out there?"
But I'm just
I
saying,
guarantee.
And they had veteran leader. Joe Barry
Yeah.
was. I mean, you think he was like what? And maybe, and he's not in the field, obviously, maybe in a box.
Yeah.
But it's just weird. And every team has this problem,
Yeah.
not just one team. But we don't see it all. Behind closed doors, guys
No,
could be
we
saying,
did see
"I don't
that
like,
one.
I don't like this coach. I'm just gonna not rush hard on a third down. I don't need this guy around anymore. I'm not getting fired."
And we can't tell.
No,
because
we don't
we're
know. We watch
watching
the film
on
and go, "Well, Chase Young was lazy there."
Yeah.
But then 2 plays later, Chase Young has a sack. And we're like, "Well,
Well, he
okay,
had
good."
2 sacks today, but he
Good.
took off 31
Yeah,
plays.
But so we don't know. Some of
Yeah.
these guys are devious fellas, man. This isn't and it's hard to get a team to get all on the same page and want to win it. But these teams have great veteran leadership.
Yeah.
They'll be like, no, we're not doing that. I don't care if you. And Andy Reid is respected. And same with Kyle Shanahan. Everybody's respected. That's the thing.
Well, do you think that even what has happened since that Jair thing, when Joe Barry did that, it seemed like they turned around their defense?
Yeah, I'm surprised he got fired. I was surprised because I
He
thought
really turned it around
thought they
those
played
last
well.
like
Yeah, a
5
lot of
games.
that had to do with Frenchie inserting himself into that situation.
So okay,
yeah, but he wasn't calling the defense.
but
no, but I'm sure he went in and said, "You need to do this,
this, and this. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
possible. That's a good point. I mean,
I don't know.
I don't know. They really turned it around after that exact situation.
Right.
So maybe it was a free for all, and then they finally were like, "Enough of this fucking shit. We need to be together. You'll be out of here
Right.
otherwise."
Yeah.
I don't care who you are. If you're Jair Alexander or Ray Nitschke, you're out of here. If you ain't listening, maybe.
No matter how
We
good
don't
you
know.
are, you still got to be a team. Like I said,
I mean, look at the Bears got rid of Roquan. I mean, the guy's a superstar.
they treated him good though.
It was a
Nobody
great trade.
understands, but they treated him good. They let him hold out. They let him have a hold in.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
He was at every practice and
Yeah.
they let him hang out.
Kind of like
They were babying him to the end, and he still was like, "Nope, I won't sign your
Yep.
contract." So, and it was $5 million. Yes,
Okay.
$5 million. So
kind of like Chris Jones at the beginning of the season.
Yeah. he was sitting in the owner's box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but he's signed a deal. He
Right.
stuck around.
And he won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, but he's a free agent now.
Okay.
So where Roquan could have just took the franchise, I'll take a franchise league next year. But the Bears got a pick out of it, so can't argue with it. I
Who
guess.
picks it up?
No, just one, just second round pick they got. So
Yeah,
But,
I mean, pretty much.
Over.
Again,
under,
he was their number one
No.
player, and they got rid of him,
over, under,
which
under.
I have no problem with. If it ain't working out, you're right. I mean,
Well, you
it's
mean
kind of the
if
Claypool. It's the Claypool effect.
I was gonna say if things aren't working out and you got a trade asset on your team, you should trade them like the bullshit with half their fucking roster.
That's a different thing. This is like somebody like Jair or like Roquan or guys that just
I'll be
might be
surprised.
dragging the team down.
I'll be surprised if Jair is back. And it really is all going to depend on Bakhtiari too. Like what's going to
He's
happen.
got to be gone. It doesn't matter. It's just too much money you're putting into a guy that might.
If you got $30 million cap
He's
hit,
missed like
and
19 games in 2 years.
it's going to be difficult to cut him because of the injury thing.
Uh-huh.
So, how many days until the draft?
I mean,
What's the date of the
it's
draft?
end of August.
It's gonna be
August.
It's gonna be a no
August, April.
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 Oh, April. I'm sorry, end of April. Yeah, not August. April.
It's gonna be a fun. This is a
It was
fun
an A.
one.
It was an A. August, April. I mixed them up.
I mean, it's gonna be a fun one for the Bears.
April
'cause
27th ish.
if they don't trade the pick, then they're and then they still got to trade
I think they're
Fields.
taking
If they trade the pick, they're gonna you're gonna be like, who are they taking? It's gonna be a whole bunch of. There's so many options.
I think there's going to be a
Wow.
Godfather offer made, and they're going to trade the pick.
44 days till the draft.
Seems like 4 teams want that pick, so
Right.
if they should, if they can get a haul for it,
Right.
we'll see. It'll be fun.
Well, I saw the Merrill Hodge thing was interesting. Merrill Hodge, I
I saw
respect.
that clip.
I respect Merrill Hodge a ton. Nobody really realized how great he is. Remember, he had to do the show with the lights dimmed because he had such bad
Yeah.
concussions. They used to do his. And you ever watch his show when he did it? That we broke film down.
Yeah.
It was a great show.
Yeah.
And he actually, they asked him about who was the quarterback.
Garrett Williams.
No, another quarterback before. And he called the guy like exactly like there's been 2 other quarterbacks I think that
Yeah.
he said they were top rated. He goes, no, I don't think this guy's it.
Right.
Blah blah blah, and they were both garbage.
Right.
He said the same thing about Caleb Williams.
Right.
He said he's not the guy. He is not Patrick
So
Mahomes.
does that make you feel worse now? That
No, I trade the pick to who wants.
oh,
to give
you
me
want to
pick?
trade the pick now?
Well,
Last week you wanted to keep it.
here's the thing. First and foremost, okay, The bottom line is, I've said before, whatever they do, they do.
Yeah.
Okay. I still have to go work on Mondays. I can't
Right.
hitch my horse to them.
Oh no, I'm not saying that.
It is what it is.
It's fun to talk about,
But
and
That's
I
the whole
think it's
part
going to
of
be
the show
great.
is like
Yeah.
talk about what you would do.
what
Yeah.
I like I said, I would. They're going to do what they do. But if you get a chance to trade and get picks, you have to do
I
it.
agree.
And especially,
I
it's
completely
once again,
agree.
it's getting in murky water again. It's not. You got half the league, and like I said, these are guys outside the game. If you get someone to tell you inside the league, you guys, enough guys in the league to talk to that aren't trying to undermine you.
Right.
Like the Andy Reid that he knows. These guys
Mhm.
know these guys.
Right.
That come. We don't know these conversations. They ain't going to listen to Merrill Hodge. They ain't going to listen to me.
Why wouldn't they listen to Merrill Hodge?
They won't. They got their own guys that do these jobs. And the thing is, so far, Ryan Poles, the only thing he's done wrong was Chase Claypool. Okay, that's all he's done wrong so far.
Right.
Every move he's made so far has made the team better. He got rid of Roquan Smith and signed 2 linebackers that are just as good. 2 for 1 they got.
Right.
Okay, for cost. He got Montez Sweat and got him to sign.
Right.
Everything he's done so far, got DJ Moore last year.
Right.
And
Okay.
they're going to get another defensive end too.
Signed Wright, who's a solid, who
Yeah.
was rated as one of the highest rookie linemen this year.
Yeah, it was a great pick.
So everything Poles has done, I'm trusting. So it's one of those things that if this isn't a Ryan Pace thing or the guy before him that did okay. The guy before him actually, like Italian dude, Jerry Angelo, did a great job, but people crapped on him a lot. He did great in his
Right.
draft. He did a very good. He got Briggs and all those guys. But when you come to this, you gotta trust the guy. The only thing he's done one thing wrong, and a lot of teams do things wrong. So
Oh, yeah.
you gotta
Right.
trust him. And like I said, would I trade it? I agree with Tim. If they come up and say you get 3 first rounders, a second rounder, a third, you have to trade it.
Right.
It doesn't matter if the team wins a Super Bowl next year. You still got a 32nd first round pick in the next 3 drafts.
Here-
You know,
Here's the thing: is if they trade that pick to say Washington,
and Washington's the best place because it's a competitive division where Washington could win it. Of course they could.
Okay.
But with the
they're
Cowboys
going to lose.
and with the Philadelphia Eagles, everybody's
You're
going to get worse.
You're going to have a top 5 pick probably again
Right.
next
top
year.
10.
Right. And Danny Dimes gonna be back next year, so you never know how that's gonna work out.
So to move back
And
one
he
or
did
two,
have a good. Yeah, he was injured this year. Yeah.
there's a good chance if they only move back 1 or 2 spots, they're going to pick up probably 2 more first
And you
round
grab
Yeah, get
Harrison.
and get Harrison, and one of those picks is going to be a top 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
And-
2 of them,
And you got number 9 still to take an offensive tackle.
Right.
which you're going to take like
or trade down.
Or say, screw it, we don't want this. We're
Right.
going to trade this down and go down to 15 and grab another second round pick this year.
Or-
or 18.
Or go down to 12, or Bowers that might have dropped.
Yeah. Or take the best. It's a huge tackle draft
or
this
you're
year.
sitting at 9. Do you take? Well, Daniels won't be there anymore, but yeah, probably those quarterbacks. Would be
There
gone.
is a top rated safety, and the Bears are safety hungry too.
Yep.
You never know. That could happen. But I know the draft is receiver heavy, and it also is tackle heavy.
I think there's too many.
And receiver, tackle, yeah.
There's too much upside not to trade the pick. You're going to get so much for that pick for the next 2 or 3 years. You have to trade it.
And
If
Justin
you're going to
Fields-
get offered it.
The Fields thing is he's proven that he can play in the league. This year he was doing well,
Yeah.
got hurt, and something happened again with him.
Yeah.
But that's the thing that scares me about Fields. He doesn't play full season.
He's probably not going to be a star,
I
but
think
he's like you said, Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson's an MVP player. His stats aren't that much better than Justin Fields.
yeah.
Really, when
I
you look
mean,
at it,
I think
They're
in
not.
the right situation. You never know what guys can have.
Right.
Steve Young's a perfect example.
I agree.
Steve Young was a guy that ran around the field with his head cut off, threw the balls all over the place in Tampa, got to San Fran, and guess what?
And-
He's a Hall of Famer, MVP with Super Bowl.
Here's the thing:
Right.
you got another year of
And not that he's gonna be Steve Young. I'm not
And
saying
also-
that.
Right. And remember, too, Steve Young played in the USFL.
Yeah.
And then went to Tampa,
Got
lost his confidence, got the shit kicked out of him.
and that people don't understand. Getting your
You mean like Baker Mayfield?
I mean,
Exactly.
if you watch the San Fran Packer game, the fourth quarter, Jordan Love lost his confidence in about
Yep.
3 minutes.
Right.
It
Yep.
was gone.
Right.
It disappeared, and it doesn't take much. And it's not his fault. He's young. People don't understand it's his first full season,
Right.
so it's cool.
and he's in a big playoff
Yeah.
game.
So it happens.
I-
You start getting rattled. You lose your right tackle. You're getting
That's-
smacked every time you threw the ball. You're getting hit now.
Right.
That's why Purdy's pretty impressive,
Yeah,
actually.
he takes. Yeah,
I remember, too, Purdy played in a tough conference.
he's got a pretty mouth.
And he's got a pretty mouth.
Yeah.
And he had decent teams, and he went to a pro-style system, too. Like,
Yep.
You know, and I'm
But
not...
still, when you get dropped in this situation like this, now he didn't get dropped this year. Last year he did, kind of.
Right.
But I mean, to be in a Super Bowl at that age, and dude, that's a lot of pressure, man.
Willie's got to take off. Give us closing thoughts, Willie. You'll give us yours. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, we'll be done.
Yeah, no, you give us yours. We can keep talking.
Otherwise,
for
you're
a
gonna be
minute.
here until 1 o'clock. I gotta get up early.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't sleep.
Yeah, we can cut off. That's cool. But
I don't
we can
sleep.
talk more next week. We'll be back next Monday. So let's close your thoughts. Go ahead, Ed.
Oh shit! I was hold on a second. There we go.
Oh no. I thought we went fast the last time, 15 minutes.
No, I was working on my 1040 tax form today, and
Oh shit! I need to file.
yeah, I expect a huge refund this year because I claimed 28 million illegals. So I'm supporting them all as dependents. So
Closing
that's
thoughts.
horrible.
Closing thoughts,
That's
Jake.
horrible.
The flannels are coming back on.
Cubs baseball's back on Wednesday, pitchers and catchers, and then the following Monday, the rest of the team will report with first spring training game. Dodgers, Padres in Seoul will be in end of February, and then we have the Winter Classic coming to Wrigley Field January 1st.
That's right.
Yeah.
Blues
go.
versus Blackhawks.
That's why we're doing a field trip.
Yeah, he's wants to go, and Rick was saying he's interested. So if anyone wants to go, I'll look into.
When is it? January
Is
1st?
it January 1st?
January 1st, New Year's Day.
We have a big party
12
that
p.m.
night.
12 p.m. puck drop.
No, we don't drink that. We can always have it and leave by midnight. And leave by
We can
9
always
o'clock.
celebrate afterwards.
I can't even stay up to midnight. What time is it? Oh, we're almost at midnight.
So closing thoughts, Tim.
My closing thoughts would be watching. I saw this on a reel.
Okay.
At the end of the Super Bowl, they're at the game and they're showing Taylor Swift on the screen. Taylor Swift proceeded to slam a beer
Yes, on the
Oh.
Jumbotron.
on
she
the
slammed
Jumbotron
the
in
drink,
Vegas while
Mhm.
everyone there was a smattering of cheers and smattering of booze. Slammed the beer, put it down. So
So Aaron Rodgers can do it, but she can't.
That makes sense.
I was there when he did that. Were you there with that game with me?
Not the Bucks
I
game.
was at the
No.
Bucks game when he Bakhtiari was going back and forth. They were both there in different seats.
yeah, the drink.
He Bakhtiari slams it, and they show Aaron Rodgers, and they show Bakhtiari. He's like, and then Aaron Rodgers like choking out, and Bakhtiari slammed another one, and he was like slamming like IPAs. Like I was like, oh my god.
So Backyard still with the Packers. This is a real man.
Yeah, I do like Bakhtiari.
Oh, he
I'm
is.
a fan.
Yeah, I like the guy. It's
I'm a
just
fan.
it's tough because you can't say.
I
healthy.
agree. Yeah, it's the health thing. I love you.
No, I love. He's
yeah,
a great player.
Yeah.
He is. I mean,
He
he is
was
a great player.
he was a great player. That's the
call.
problem. That's the thing. But if it's a cap thing and you got keep him around, he could be maybe be depth. It is because our line's young, so it's cheap still. So keep him for depth, and if someone gets
Yeah.
injured, or start him. And if he can't start anymore, then you bring. I don't know. I don't know.
And I'm guessing they're drafting more line help this year again.
Yeah, because
It's a heavy draft.
Yeah.
Oh, and way too early odds. 49ers plus 450 for next year's Super Bowl.
Jesus Christ, who cares?
Well,
The people with gambling addictions, Las Vegas care.
yeah, make a bet. We're there.
For
Future.
the
oh yeah,
baseball
I'll be
team,
doing some futures on there. Oh, we should talk about that the week before we go.
Yeah, we will.
All right.
Future bets.
The Bulls to win it.
Next week we will discuss. Make a note. We'll discuss the trophies handed out to the NFL. We'll talk about that next week. Who won the awards? We'll talk next week.
All right.
Willie, your closing thoughts.
you're talking about Taylor Swift drinking beer, but a lot of people have these little side things going on. Anytime you saw her on TV, you had
Yeah.
to drink a beer. So, how many
Oh.
beers are gone?
At least 12.
Right?
I saw one where it was a Taylor Swift drinking game. I don't know if I told you when you were there. I told you this. Every time they showed Taylor Swift on TV, you had to drink. Any kind of Taylor Swift reference was a drink. Any kind of Taylor Swift lyric was a drink. Any kind of reference of Kelsey being Taylor Swift's boyfriend was a drink. And if anyone at the party said, "I hate Taylor Swift," they had to slam a bottle of hot sauce.
You'd be dead.
Yikes.
Right?
You'd have been dead.
And I want, one thing I want to compliment on the bar. Looks very nice.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Apparently, Mom and Dad got their basement done.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
see that.
Great,
The bars
great party,
are-
by the way.
Yeah.
Thank you.
They said enjoy the bar,
Yeah.
and we were like, okay, we're always down here.
Yeah, looks good.
I gotta
Everything's
sneak out tonight, but they're probably out cold.
Yeah.
They don't hear nothing.
No.
Yeah, they drank most of that proper 12. So
good. So my closing thoughts are, baseball's coming back. Football, obviously, great season overall, and not much more. I will. My finish out here will excite Tim. I'm gonna make a prediction for you, Tim, to finish it off. The Bellinger will be a Cub this week. I'm gonna call it.
this week,
I'm gonna call it.
okay.
Okay. So
Bet lunch.
Yeah.
He won't be.
okay. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Have a good one.
I like that bet.
Huh?
It's a good bet. You're gonna lose that one. I don't know how he's gonna do it.
No,
I'm not betting no more. Okay. I'll get you to bet.
I'll give you 3 to 1.
You want to make a bet about that?
4 to 1.
God.
I'm gonna get you. I love it.
God, I can't wait for the fucking podcast tomorrow. I called it, Kansas City.
Oh,
All right,
that
boys.
was a fun podcast, actually. We come up with some pretty good hypotheticals and stuff.
Right.
Cameras, with your cameras, everybody. Ooh, Super Bowl.
Do you need money for